Please be advised that everything in my video is purely for entertainment purposes. These are purely my thoughts and opinions and are subjective. I must advise you to please do your own research. All media used was found on the public domain and are fair use and fair dealings. Captain's log, stardate 22/23. Taz has finally done her cold call in Senator's video. Yay! So I finally got round to doing it. The news has still continued to come in, but I've decided it needed to be done today because it's not going to happen over the weekend. So because of all of the news that we've had, and I hope you're really happy with the content that I'm pumping out, that I am going to move the Cambridge video to Monday because I am having a couple of days break because it's the weekend. Tomorrow I am going up to see my stepmom and her boyfriend Les. Hi Les. It's not a weird like scenario or anything. My dad's been gone for nine years actually this Christmas, and I go up there. I'm still in contact with my stepmom. She's really happy. She's got a lovely new boyfriend who I massively approve of. And then Sunday the husband has got something planned. All I've been told is camera will be required. So I don't know. Photography camera, nothing kinky. So yeah, I will be filling you in on exactly what we get up to over the weekend on Monday for those of you that are interested. So you can see here that while I was trying to film, I was being harassed by Chia. She wanted immediate attention, as you can tell. Leela has also been in and out. The dogs are doing really well, although they have had enough, as have I, of continuous fireworks. It happened a week before fireworks night and it is still happening every single night. So I am definitely one of these people that absolutely support fireworks just being held for main events. The number of pets that suffer all the time, it's been a really horrendous time. So following on from my video that I did yesterday, just for those of you tuning in, this is the 4th video that I have done this week. I am only telling you this not because I'm bragging, well a little bit, maybe a tiny bit. So Meghan's red dress, it got the desired effect that I believe Meghan wanted herself, but sadly all of the media coverage that I have seen on social media, newspapers, everyone is just talking about the red dress. So it's kind of taken away the shine, which was supposed to be Veterans Day, Harry's Day. Well, not really Harry's Day, but it was his event, if you know what I mean, between the couple. But mainly the big important thing on Veterans Day, it has taken away the people that won the awards, the backstories behind it. This is exactly what I believe Meghan wanted. In addition to this, today in the UK newspapers, we have seen that yesterday, before the event show, Meghan and Harry went and held a luncheon at a New Jersey military base. They were there to talk about their usual mental health, the value of being part of a community, and also a life of service. All of the subjects that this couple like to talk about a lot, but don't actually seem to reflect that in their own lives. They've completely ignored everything that's come out about the court case, and this might be why the military stuff was scheduled. It is Harry's old playbook when he was part of the royal family. Harry's in trouble. Let's do some military events. Let's get some pictures of Harry doing charity events and stuff. So we know that they have carefully cultivated Harry over the years, and it does seem funny now that their PR are desperately clawing at anything to keep them in the papers and positive that the military has suddenly become a thing. They weren't that interested in American military last year, were they? Did we see anything for Veterans Day last year? No, we didn't. We only saw Remembrance Sunday, the stunts, which, well, you all know. Harry said over the course of the lunch, his kind of statement, which got released with the media stories, was, "War stays with you like a slideshow," or in this case, a Netflix show coming to us soon. Yes, they were there, naturally, with the video cameras in tow. So this is, again, this big ramp-up build-up. Why we're seeing them in New York constantly, and they're trying to get meetings with UNs and government officials and stuff. This is going to be all thrown together. I reckon they'll throw it out round about the time of the Queen's Jubilee, just to get that extra dig in there that it's a life of service that these two wish to lead. It is a life of attention that these two wish and seem to achieve. So with regards to the court case again, it has now been said that the judges are going to make a decision which will take a couple of weeks. However, there are 3 other senior members of staff that are now happy to give statements, presumably against Meghan, if this case does in fact go to trial. So watch this space. I'd imagine there's a lot more revelations to come out. Plus, we will also have the report next year on all of the bullying allegations. Right now, it's not looking so good for the couple. I forgot that I managed to give the entire contents of Finding Freedom to the authors Omid and Carolyn. It's up there with the maturity level of The Dog Ate My Homework. Sure. Now, let's talk about Meghan cold calling senators, and Republican senators at that. This led me, because I do not understand American politics, I will keep saying this because I know some people get very agitated when I mention anything to do with the US politics. So I admit I don't know. So I did put a tweet out asking people why, if Meghan is openly a Democrat, was she lobbying Republican politicians? And some very nice people explained to me how it works. Is Meghan is very much a Democrat, but for any policy to be pushed through, you have to have a certain number of people from the opposing party to agree with it. So that's why she was pushing for the Republican senators. She's trying to get them to sway. Yet she had the audacity to sit there on that interview and say that she's not getting involved in politics. Yes, okay, the particular policy, paid leave, she could turn around and say that's humanitarian. But ringing senators, introducing yourself as the Duchess of Sussex and trying to persuade them to push through any policies is definitely meddling in things that she should not be. Now, Meghan is not friends with any of these senators, so people were naturally shocked, including a couple of senators themselves. How did she get their private work numbers? Well, it turns out she was given the numbers by Kirsten Gillibrand, who is the US Senator for New York. Again, we fall back to New York, New York. Everything this couple are doing at the moment seems to all gravitate around New York. So watch this space. I reckon within the coming months or even coming weeks, we're going to find out that the couple have decided to pack up their children and move to New York because it's better for Meghan's political ambitions. So the fact that Kristen, who is a Democrat herself, has handed out the numbers of senators, I think definitely needs to be called into question by Americans themselves, because surely a normal American citizen, which remember, Meghan is, she is just an engaged citizen. Can you imagine anyone else? One, putting in a call and getting hold of Senator Gillibrand herself. Secondly, being able to have those private work telephone numbers for other senators given to them. I don't think so. You wouldn't even be given their junior secretary's number. You'd probably have to apply to an email address and then it would get forwarded through the various channels. I mean, it's like where I live. I mean, I could try and contact our local MP directly, and I don't think that I would get his telephone number, much less get all of the telephone numbers for all of the MPs that are working in the Houses of Parliament. It just wouldn't happen. So this is Meghan using her British royal title. I have seen videos come up where people are saying it's her name now. Her name is not the Duchess of Sussex. Her name is Meghan Markle, Meghan Windsor, Meghan Mountbatten Windsor, if she chooses to take Harry's surname. It is a British title that was gifted to Harry. Meghan is not a duchess by gift. This is the thing where people keep saying we must remove the titles from her. She doesn't have any. The dukedom is Harry's. So as long as Harry is staying out of the politics, I think it's a loophole that this couple are using. So what Meghan is actually doing here is she is using her title for clout. And she's trying to get herself invited to, well, I did read she's already got an invite to go to a luncheon with all these female senators. Again, why are these people enabling her at this stage? But what she's doing is she's trying to push her way into the Women's Senate Club. And senators get elected by the same as politicians all around the world. Well, probably not all around the world. That's a dangerous statement to say. But these people have to go through the hard, arduous process of running and then being voted in. Meghan is trying to skip that queue and jump straight in to be part of this women's working club to do with policies being pushed through. And she's using her British royal title to do it. Now, given that there was a huge war in America for independence, which they got because they did not want the monarchy, the fact that she is using her British title to try and get a leg up into politics is just absolutely gobsmackingly shocking. I'm not shocked by her, shocked by the audacity that she's got to do that. I believe it is a very dangerous game that she is playing. It's constitutionally wrong. It's wrong for both countries. She can't help but not use her titles. I mean, even for reading a children's book, children don't care that she's the Duchess of Sussex or Meghan Duchess of Sussex. Anyone in America does not care. Duchess, even if she became Princess Henry, she would not be accepted as a member of the royal family in USA. You are not going to have a USA royal family, try as she might. And you certainly can't have a Duchess meddling in US politics. How ridiculous would it be for another Duchess, say the Duchess of Cambridge, to start ringing up US senators? The only reason why Meghan is able to do it is because she's an American citizen. But if that is the case, then she needs to write her letters to Congress and then speak to senators as much as she likes, but not using her British royal title, which was a gift because she was meant to be a senior royal. Meghan is not educated in politics. Let's be honest, she had a brief job where she worked at the embassy for a matter of weeks in Argentina. Her uncle got her the job. She left Northwestern with theatre studies and international studies, hence the job Argentina didn't work out. She spent her entire life acting, and she's still very much acting and playing a role now. Aside from being an actress, Meghan became a member of the British royal family. And how long did she last at that? She lasted less than 2 years, 72 engagements, half of that, she was on maternity leave or on holiday. She quit because she couldn't handle it, or rather, she quit because she never wanted the job. So if she quit so easily at being a royal because it wasn't going her way, or if she ever intended to be a royal, what on earth makes her think that she should get a leg up into politics? I mean, I know that some of you obviously don't like her, but I've watched live debates with Candace Owens, and again, this is not me being political, but could you imagine her against Meghan on the podium? Wow, I mean, that would be a proper pay-per-view. That'd be like, you get so many views paying for that. It'd be like a top boxing match. I know senators and politicians, they use celebrities for endorsements, but Meghan is not trying to endorse them. She's not trying to bring publicity to them. She wants a seat at the table with doing no work for it. The only reason why she's getting as far as she is because she married a prince. She married a UK prince, and she's using those titles to get a leg up. I can hear a collective sigh and a facepalm from every feminist around the world. When you have Harry talking about climate change and our carbon footprints, his climate anxiety, you can go, oh God, massive eye roll. And you can look at it humorously. A lot of the things the couple do, you can laugh at because it's so ridiculous. But Meghan trying to get into politics using that title, or even her voice being heard and being able to sway senators, not that I think anyone's going to be swayed somehow. The Duchess of Sussex using her title and rank in life to jump into whatever takes her fancy is a total abuse of privilege. It's shocking. Surely this level of lobbying US politicians or senators is enough to make the government act. Our government. This is definitely red flags, not just for the US, but for the UK as well. It's clear to everyone that Meghan is using her title to open as many doors as possible before she has to give them up. I have read and I have been told that Meghan will have to give up her titles if she is to be taken seriously or be able to run properly in politics. So she's using it now to get as big a platform, to get as many contacts as she can. It's clear to everyone that Meghan is using her title to gain access to whatever she pleases. This is all about her political ambitions. Remember, in her own words, I'm not an elected official and I'm not a politician. I am an engaged citizen and parent. So stop using the title. I'm hoping that the two senators that made this public news took her with a pinch of salt. The fact only 2 came forward and did so quickly gives me hope that they have no intentions of Meghan being taken seriously in their circles. One of the senators that Meghan actually contacted was a Senator Collins, and she was actually quoted saying, "Much to my surprise, she called my private line and introduced herself as the Duchess of Sussex, which is kind of ironic. She just weighed in that she thought paid leave was really important, and I told her that there were a lot of different approaches and people working on it." So that's Meghan's input. This shows you the level. She is ringing senators and just saying, it's very important. Can you imagine her sitting there at the table like she does when she gets a little pad and a pen and you see her posing with all these people, especially when you've got intellectual women sitting there. Do you remember when she was sitting on the panel and you've just got all the women practically rolling their eyes? But it's very, very important. Great contribution. I hope that all the women senators are aware that paid leave and pushing this policy through is important for American citizens. I mean, the whole tone of Senator Collins' response or quote is she wasn't very impressed with it at all. So she's using her title to attach herself to this particular policy, which has obviously gone through the motions and it's in the final stages of being pushed through. But I think that's why she's latched onto it at this particular stage. She wants her name associated with paid leave. That's why we're getting all these promotions. That's why she keeps talking about it. So when the bill is pushed through, Meghan is going to put that to her CV and probably rewrite it like she did that soap commercial. And it will be that Meghan single-handedly managed to push through the motion of paid leave for all. If Meghan is going to be taken seriously in politics, which I really can't see happening, she's got to stop using the title. But she doesn't seem like she is going to stop. But with Meghan using her titles, I think that it shows her to be quite ridiculous. As Senator Collins said, it's a bit ironic trying to lobby senators in the USA with a British title, a royal title. So whilst I feel very passionately about having those titles taken, there's an element of it you think, well, as long as she keeps using them, she's not going to be taken seriously. She's actually undone some of the goodwill that she had, because people can't understand if you hate the monarchy and it's racist and it's destroyed you to the point where you wanted to end your own life, that you are still publicly trashing that entire family, monarchy, even the country by saying that we never accepted her because she's biracial. Yet she's keeping the titles. It just makes her look like a complete and utter hypocrite. And as long as people continue to facilitate and enable Meghan, she's not going to stop. A long time ago, rumours started that Meghan was actually going to leave the monarchy and she was going to become a politician and she was going to try and use her new elevated platform to run for presidency one day. Those people got called liars and conspiracy theorists. But remember, if 10 years ago you saw the Deal or No Deal briefcase girl, if someone had told you that she was going to become Harry's wife, a senior member of the royal family, you would have laughed at them as well. So with regards to Meghan running for presidency, I wouldn't laugh just yet, you know. So guys, that's it for the weekend. I will be back and I shall share with you whatever my husband is up to on Sunday. I hope you have a lovely weekend and I will see you soon. Bye.
If you like my video, please remember to like and subscribe. Please, angry typist, you will be blocked, so save your fingers the time. If you would like to buy me a coffee, please go to my About page and click the link. Love, Taz.